This is my first update for my 2026 rolling project pan. I have my notebook here. I had 10 products that I started off with in my introduction video, and my goal for those 10 products is to use them up. I will link my rolling project pan playlist in the description box below, and also my other projects in case you're curious and you would like to know what I'm up to with project padding. I did meet my goal in 5 of the 10 products that I selected. Shine by Esty and Seeking Shifts collaboration Ice Blink, and this is the pan. Although it seemed like I didn't have much in the pan, it took me multiple uses to use whatever shadow was left. I didn't use it as a standalone eyeshadow whenever I wore it. I used it as a topper to add some shimmer to whatever look that I'm wearing. And due to that, I believe that's why it took me as long as it did, because I only needed just a little bit of this eyeshadow. Very, very, very shimmery, packs a punch. Next is the Pat McGrath Artistry wand. Used it up, and then the last 3 items I used up. My Amicale Lip Treatment Oil Trio. Reflection is the one I used up most recently. I used it up March 11th. Oh, I guess I should tell you the dates for each one. I did make a note of each time I hit my goal. For the shadow, it was March 4th. For the Artistry wand, it was January 9th. For Reflection Lip Oil, it was March 11th. I do believe I used this one last out of the 3 because it does not have a tint to it. These 2, they do have a tint, so I'm able to use it as a lip tint or a lip color whenever I'm getting ready. But this one didn't have a tint to it. It's a clear lip oil, so I used it a lot as a lip moisturizer while I'm getting ready, then apply whatever lip color I wanted for the look I had on, or sometimes I used it as a lip mask whenever I'm going to bed. Next one is Victory, and I used up Victory February 18th. This is the one that in my intro video I wasn't able to show exactly how much was left because I thought the tube was tinted red, but when I held it up to the light, I was able to see how much products I had left during that introduction video. As I used it and was able to scrape the side to get remnants of products, I learned that actually it's not tinted. It's just that with the thickness of the product, if you've used this lip oil before, it's very thick, which I like, and it's very moisturizing. With the thickness of the product, the tint of the gloss just clung to the tube, but I was able to, while using it up, scrape as much as I can. And with each one I used, towards the end, I had to take out the stopper to get as much product as I could. And then the last one, Smitten, I used up February 26th. Smitten is my favorite out of all the Amicale Lip Treatment Oil shades that I've tried. I love the tint that it leaves behind as it wears off, and I do have backups of it. I think sometime last year I saw it was on Sephora after it's been sold out for a while, so I picked up a few. I am excited that I have backups of it, and I will get to them eventually, but there's some other lip products that I would like to use up, but at least I have it in case I miss it sooner than later. I can just open a new one. But this is it as well. Those are the 5 products that I did use up. The first of the 5 products that I'm yet to use up is the Dior Addict lipstick in 718 Bandana, and I've used a lot of it, and this is how much I have left. Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer, the mini size. I have since taken out the stopper. I still have, I can see the bottom of it. I don't know if you can, the glass. I still have products clinging to the sides of the bottle, and I also have products here. So I hope by the next update I will use this up, but I'm making great progress. VB Beauty Color Wash Blush Water Tint. Part of the lettering has worn off in coral, and this is how much I have left. I am excited. I used this solely as my blush, and sometimes, not all the time, as a lip tint, then pair it with other lip products. But this was my cheek color because I was determined. Next product is from the Chantecaille Hummingbird Quartet in Cool, and it is the shade, the shade right here. If I turn it, you'll see there's no product on this part of the pan, and I'm slowly wearing it down. Perhaps 1/4 of the pan, the corners, it's gone, but I still have some on the side of the pan and all around. The shade right here, I dropped this palette. When I mistakenly dropped it, it also busted open and the shadow in this pan crumbled and fell out of it. I wasn't working on that shadow. I had no interest in using it, the same as the shadow here. Haus Labs Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer in Deep Level 9. And this is what it's looking like. This is one that perhaps may benefit from weighing. I may do that for the fun of it. So that is all for this first update recap on all 10 products I initially rolled in. For the next round of this rolling project pan, I decided I want to revisit deck of panning. So I used the February prompt board, and I will link also Emily and Max, the creator of this project. I will go ahead and roll the clip where I selected my cards. I pulled 5 cards, which is fitting since I used up 5 products. The first card that I pulled was 4 of Hearts, and the prompt was foundation. And I decided to roll in the Clé de Peau concealer in 11 Cocoa. It's not bright enough for what I like for my under eye. I use it as a spot concealer, and also when I need foundation, I do use it as a foundation. My goal for this one is to use it 10 times, and that's how much I've used so far. I really enjoy this product. The next card that I pulled was 6 of Clubs, and the prompt is glittery, and I decided to roll in my Patrick Tar. It's reflective. My Patrick Tar Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in Do You Know Who I Am? And that is what it looks like. I do enjoy these duos, and my goal for this one is also use 10 times. You do see an obvious surface disturbance here. Here, maybe a dip in the middle. Third card I drew was 9 of Clubs, and the prompt was Matches Nails. And while I don't have any nail polish right now, but while drawing my cards, I had on the Clionadh and Bad to the Brow nail polish LS number 3, I believe. Yes, LS number 3. This is also the color I have on my toenails right now. I have really been enjoying the trio nail polishes in that set. The brand and Millie Bad to the Brow sent me the set, the collection, and I've been really enjoying using the collection. I'm grateful that I was thought of when that collection released, and the brand and Millie sent those to me. This is how much I'm almost halfway. I've used this much of this nail polish. Now, granted, it's a smaller size nail polish, which I actually appreciate. But this was the nail polish I was wearing, and because of that, which the prompt says matches nails, I decided I want to pull out the palette. Light Scatters palette, and this is what it looks like. For this prompt, my goal is to hit pan on one shade. I'm not choosing the shade. I would just use this palette for as long as I need to in order to hit pan in one shade. So far, the shade I've worn the most is the second shade. Although it looks yellow, it's actually fluorescent purple on my skin when I wear it. So it looks like there's nothing there, but that's what it looks like when I wear it. The fourth card that I drew was the 10 of Hearts, and the prompt is Oldest. I have many products I could have drawn from, but this was one that I have thought of many times in the past, knowing that it's getting there as perhaps top 5 oldest products, and also the nature of the products. I don't really think of my powder products as much when it comes to age, but my cream liquid products are much thought about when it comes to expiration and age. I pulled out the Hindash Manifesto lipstick in Resting Roses. Not rolling it all the way up to the plastic part, but this is how much I have. It still smells fine. I'm wearing it lightly on my lips today. At full opacity, this is what it looks like. It is a comfortable lipstick, a beautiful color. At times when I wear it, I don't view it as a lipstick. It just looks like a worn-in, stained lip color, and I really like that look. My goal for this lipstick is to use it up. I went back and forth on, do I really want to do that? What am I getting myself into? The last card I drew was 5 of Spades. And the prompt for this card was out of your hands. You can put up a poll on your social media. Someone other than yourself can pick out the product for you. So I decided to put up a poll on Instagram and also here on YouTube. And then I put the numbers together and came up with the winner. But before I show you the winner, I will show you the runner-ups. I randomly selected 4 products. I had a random generator. With 13% at 4th place was Chanel eyeshadow in Burnt Taupe. And this is what Burnt Taupe looks like. I had it in my everyday makeup basket for the first 2 months, January, February, and I was pairing it with the shade from this quad for a while, and I just had it in there. If I felt the need, I use it as part of my eye look. If I didn't feel the need, that was fine. So I thought, why not keep going? And the goal I had attached to it on the poll was to hit pan in this palette. I do have a dip in it. And that was the 4th place. The 3rd place item was the Dior Bronze Glow with 28%. And the goal I had attached to this was to use it 15 times. This is what it looks like. One of my favorite, although it's a blush, I believe it's marketed as a blush, yeah, Color Reviving Powder Blush. I use it as a bronzer, a glowy bronzer. I think they have since discontinued this version. There's so many versions, but this rectangular version, at least the collection or release that included Bronze Glow, probably silly of me, and it's something I'm trying not to do, purchasing backups, but I may see if I can purchase one secondhand, either closer to when I use this up or if patience is thrown out the window. The second runner-up with 28.5% is the Chanel eyeshadow quad in 219 Bouton Boutons Couture. And this is the quad. It's a beautiful quad. I've worn it a few times. And the winner, which in hindsight, I'm glad because I actually forgot I had this. I have not used it this year at all. Is the Chanel, with 30.5%, first place, the winner. The Chanel, is it cream to powder blush in Rose Radiant. I need to get on it. Need to use it. Gonna swatch it. beautiful. The goal that I have attached to this product, this blush, is to use it 10 times. And I believe I will do that, especially since I still have this. By the next update, I would meet my goal in one, if not both. That is all for this first update in my rolling project pan. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're here, if you have not subscribed, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next video.